2025 Gascoin Dash. Now, this video was supposed to be a vlog. Hate looking at myself, hate hearing myself, so I didn't really record a whole lot. Plus, I was using my iPhone for a lot of the recording, and the mic quality on that's just shithouse, so I just didn't want to deal with it. Just before I keep going, I just want to extend a massive thank you, just to show my appreciation for everyone involved in getting the Gascoin Dash back up and running. I know it's a massive feat. It's a big thing, huge event. So it takes a lot of work and blood, sweat, tears, a lot of dedication. So big thank you to everyone involved in getting it back up and running with the new circuit, new layout. No, it was an awesome event. It was unfortunate. Race day two did get cancelled due to the local hospital being at capacity. That's no fault of the event. There were a few injuries with people in hospital, but overnight I believe there were a couple other incidents not related that brought the hospital up to capacity. And like the event organisers said, it would have been irresponsible to run the event and have the hospital under the pump, overflowing, if you know what I mean. So yeah, no fault to them. Still a great event, still a great weekend. Also just want to give a big shout out to Coastal Power Sports and Regional Performance Mechanical here in Karratha. They were a massive help. Yeah, they helped heaps with getting parts and stuff in for us, and helping me get my bike up to scratch with oil servicing, chain, sprocket. If you're ever in the market for new helmets, or if you just need some bike work or parts ordered in or whatever, go have a chat with Mitch over at Regional Performance Mechanical, or have a chat with Kyle over at Coastal Power Sports. They know what they're talking about. They'll help you out, point you in, or at least point you in the right direction. Anyway, now prologue went really well. I suppose really well. I sort of backed off a bit towards the end. I started to feel a bit sick. A medication that I'm on tends to do that when I ride sometimes, and I ended up throwing up on myself. And then race day number 1, I think towards the end of my first lap, my ND filter for the lens of my camera actually come off. So it's in the bush somewhere down there in Carnarvon. So the footage from that point on it's null and void. No point even, it's overexposed and whatnot. If anyone's ever used ND filters, you'll know you set your shutter speed, so the rest of the footage was overexposed. So what you see is pretty much all the footage I got. Finished prologue, 79th, I think, out of 100 riders. And then on the actual start, person that I was starting with jumped the shit out of the start. So I was just eating dust the whole time. I don't know if it was intentional or he just missed a light or whatnot, but yeah, wasn't too happy about that. Is what it is. We all had to deal with the dust. It was pretty atrocious. I had a crash because the video makes it look like I could see where I was going, but I couldn't. Come up over the middle of the track into a rut. Rear wheel kicked out into the side of the berm, and ended up in the bush, high-sided, and went flying. I've got a huge bruise up my backside, a few scratches, had a bit of a sore neck. But if you ride motorbikes, you pick yourself up, dust yourself off, get back on, because you're there for a good time, not a long time. So I also lost my camel pack at the very first 30 seconds of the race. So I went the full lap, 90 kilometers without any water until my pit stop, and that was basically half a bottle of water that I had at my pit stop, and then continued on. So that was pretty brutal. I think on race day, I started 79th. I finished race day 1 in P63 overall, was P13 in my class, finished P12, but I think they adjusted the times and positions with people that had stopped for people that had hurt themselves or whatever. So I ended up getting knocked back to P13 in class, and then I think back to 68th. So I made up a few spots. In day 1, I was really excited to make up some more. In day 2, I really was shooting for a top 10 in class. I think I would have gotten there. Day 2 cancelled, can't do much about that. So I'll just keep working, keep improving my riding, learning, and see where we go in the next race.